No one can say buildings that had approval were demolished. Lagos State Government response to Southeasterners. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel. He claimed the houses were brought down by the government because the owner did not get any approval from the state agencies before building them. So that is the reason they gave for bringing down the building? Why not you build them? After building, why don't you build them? Abi? Build them for not waiting. Let them pay. There are some of them would gladly accept to pay. The news in detail, please. The Lagos State government has given the reasons behind the demolition of some structures and parts of the state. The Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development in the state, Oluyinka Olumide, made this known in an interview on Channel Television on Wednesday. He claimed the houses were brought down by the government because the owners did not get any approval from the state agencies before building them. He said the demolished buildings were not approved by any of its agencies, adding that the structures were rushed during the COVID-19 lockdown in 2020. Olumide said, and I quote, "We will not demolish any approved building, that is for sure. So if there is anybody who claims that their building were approved and demolished, let them come forward. Buildings are not done with the confines of the law are subject to demolition." He stressed that illegal structures on the drainage system will be pulled down. The commissioner, however, challenged any of the owners of the demolished structures in the Ikota, Lekki, Alaba, Ajao Estate, Abule Ado, Lalipo Markets, and other areas of the state to come forward with their building approvals. Meanwhile, Olumide has denied claims that the state government targeted homeowners from the southeast geopolitical zone, claiming the allegations are false. He continued, "Anybody can own a building in Lagos so long you follow the laid down rules. It is unfortunate that maybe what we have done in recent times will concern those from certain parts of the country. Those buildings causing this uproar are buildings rushed during COVID period when activities of enforcement officers were at low ebb because of restrictions on movement. And you could see that when those buildings were demolished, nobody has come forward to say they were demolished under approval." The commissioner assured residents of the state that the government will not demolish any approved structure. Still yet, I'm not convinced. Sincerely, I am not convinced at all. Sincerely, I don't understand though. I do not understand. This thing now that they are doing, they are coming out to say it is because in the you're coming out to say okay, they're on drainages now, they're not approved. Why don't you penalize them? I keep asking myself, now why Nigeria not dey grow be this? Because our own will tear things down. They don't build the house, abi. If it is on drainage, I say okay, fine, it's a cost flood. You understand? If it is on the road, you say okay, you want to do road expansion. Eléyìí kò sí lọ́nà, kò wà lórí drainage, and then you do what? You bring them down because you did not receive approval. Why don't you build them and stop every other work going on, every other construction until they pay you? For me, that punishment is okay. If you had to waste or get approval for every building, most Nigerians would be sleeping on streets. Having said that, governments of the Igbos state should come together and build a viable seaport in the east. That is the easiest way to take economic development to the east. You can say this again, no? Because you see, a lot of them are just waiting for that opportunity. Nigeria is divided but faking unity. Nigeria has no business with unionism. There is so much hatred among tribes, and Nigeria can never have the face of a nation. Whatsoever the intention might be and whosoever behind it, no matter the reason, we should remember that one day we'll give accounts for actions before the Almighty. To the Easterners, it is a lesson for the one that want to learn for others. Let them keep on building. The cost of land in Asaba is increasing every day. It seems like what happened to Jos and Kaduna is about to happen to Lagos, because I don't understand. Come on now. It is their turn and time. Things can turn around tomorrow and will remind them of their wickedness. My own is, even though you want to come outside and say, this one, this, that one, this, at least. But I saw the one with C of O and the demolish without compensation. Is there any other thing bigger than C of O? Anyways, I love what they're doing to lost Igbos in Lagos. They deserve more than this to enable them to learn and come back home and develop. Man, this is a lot for them. There are people who have died as a result of this. Obituaries for that place go plenty, like say tomorrow no day. I kid you not. This one is not a matter of God forbid. It has happened. Some people have already gone into stroke. Some people don't get heart attack. Some people don't dey coma. This thing I'm telling you, I'm not telling you a story. I'm telling you the thing will be said they happen. Why not make them go through the process of verification and approval? Exactly my point. Go and penalize them. Then you can ask them to correct any defect. If you find any error that may arise from the verification process, and make them pay for heavy fines to confiscate the buildings for public use. Thank you. You are pulling it down. That is what I call systematic and targeted for specific people, but the consequences will happen in one day. One day at a time. Time will tell. Igbos, come back home and let us build a region. Igbos, come back. One word is enough for the wise. This is not good for Nigerian nation as one entity. If somebody has disobeyed the law, there must be a way for the person to pay a violation fee instead of the outright demolition. Thank you. It is not easy for an individual to build a house, not only for public office holders to come and demolish the same house. The present governor of Enugu State demolished a retired immigration officer immediately after he was sworn in as governor. The present governor of Ogun State did that to the wife of former governor of